What's the most amazing thing about the universe? Whales are the biggest known creatures in the known universe. If you were on a planet 65 million light-years away from Earth and had a really good telescope, you could see the dinosaurs. The only way we can see the universe is from inside it. We will likely never possess any way of viewing our universe from outside its physicality. A single human brain has as many neurons as there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Around 100 billion. Source: am neuroscientist filled with useless facts about the brain. This is one I thought about recently. I believe that Carl Sagan said that we, sentient entities, are a way for the cosmos to know itself. With this in mind, when we think about the end of our universe, whether it be through a big shrink, big cooling, or what have you, we get apprehensive. We probably will never see this end. Many of us will be dead, yet we still get a cold fear in our hearts. We are also a way for the cosmos to fear its demise. That every single random event since the dawn of creation, the birth and death of stars, planets and galaxies, the very genesis of life has led to you being here right now to ask this question. That it exists. It must be true that either 1. It didn't exist, then it did, or 2. It has always existed. Hydrogen plus time equals people and planets. That somehow all the particles accumulated in a specific way and in specific quantities to give you conscious thought. That whatever our problems are, big or small, it won't matter in 1,000,000 years. Worst being a nuclear war or something. It gave us magnets. How do those work? Inanimate, non-living objects eventually formed to make sentient, living beings that questioned their own existence and want to find facts about the process between the beginning of the universe to now and even want to anticipate the future. All from some hydrogen sits floating around and doing stuff. It's indifferent to everything. There is a theory which states that if ever anyone discovers exactly what the universe is for and why it is here, it will instantly disappear and be replaced by something even more bizarre and inexplicable. There is another theory which states that this has already happened. 1. Douglas Adams. That we just don't understand it. It could be flat, it could be irregular. There could be another one. It's growing at an exponential speed. It's invisible contents. We try to learn more about it using our earthly knowledge, but there is certainly more to it. It's like trying to wrap your head around eternity. That it doesn't exist to be observed. In fact, under different circumstances, all of its trillions of stars and planets and oceans and moons and mountains could exist for billions of years without ever being observed by anyone. Edit. Typo. Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering. Thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. Carl Sagan. If you nut in space, you move backwards. The infiniteness when you look out there is crazy. Knowing what you can see is on a speckle. Two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. Arthur C. Clarke. Matter, when subjected to enough energy and time, becomes sentient and ponders its own existence. That teeny squeaking sound you get when you rub two pickles together. That it created self-aware entities that think about it. Plenty of things. The way we perceive the universe, in its physical form, we think it's all around us, on a cosmic scale, but more than that, it inside all of us. We're made of each and every atom that the universe is comprised of. It sounds super philosophical and like something a stoned person would say, but the distinctness within our universe is what sets everyone apart. The way each of us, made up of the same elements of this universe, yet manage to be so different. Perhaps you could say the greatest and rather miraculous thing of all is in fact, life. No matter how insignificant and bleak life may look up close, when climbing a mountain and admiring the view, or finding a spot away from the city and looking at the stars, we will forever be hit by its beauty. The big picture is always there to be admired, to make us forget how small and pointless daily details are. Jesus Christ, this thread is giving me an existential crisis. The fact that people have been around for thousands of years and I just happen to exist at the same time as 6'9". The universe is expanding so fast that there are galaxies we would never be able to view. That if you put it into a tube, you'd end up with a very long, tube, probably extending twice the size of the universe. We are all just manifestations of the universe experiencing itself. The universe is in no obligation to make sense to you. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think it gave us titties. The fact that there is in essence no end to the universe. It is expanding so rapidly we'll never see the edge, and that it must be expanding into something, or nothing, but we'll probably never know which. In the entire unimaginable vastness that is the universe, we somehow managed to evolve from single-celled organisms into creatures with brains that allowed us to create technology, eyes that allow us to interpret radiation in such a way as to see that technology, and the motor skills and reasoning to be able to pose this question to all the other humans on our tiny little rock as it hurtles through space in orbit around a massive ball of never-ending explosions. Also, run on sentences. Sand. Hear me out. Without sand we wouldn't have glass. So we wouldn't have telescopes to see the larger universe, or microscopes to see the amazing micro-universe around us. We wouldn't have the car, space travel or spectacles. Sand also gives us bricks, cement, and roads to make cities. Our homes are mostly just piles of sand. Sand makes land, islands in the middle of nowhere, and gives us something to hold onto all those the oceans with. Put a bunch together and you get mountains and planets. Sand pretty damn amazing. We can do amazing things with it, and it probably exists on most planets. That it is the only thing that makes our existence possible. As far as we know, the universe is literally all there is in this world. Why? What if it just didn't exist and there was nothing? Why is there something? Why is our one lonely planet the only one we know of which hosts organisms that are actually able to experience reality? What's the point of it all? My girlfriend. Uranus. The odds of sperm cells meeting egg cells to create just the right person that happened meet just right person for the process to continue over and over again for millions and millions of years, billions if you include our predecessors, just so that you exist. By all accounts it doesn't make sense that you're here. Enjoy it. That not only is it still expanding, but it's expanding quickly. That as far as we know it could only exist within our minds, and there's no way to prove to ourselves it's truly real outside of our own reality.